Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're looking beyond the usual flimsy Halloween options.
Yeah, we're digging into what makes certain men's costumes feel genuinely premium.
Exactly. We've combed through the source material to figure out, what are the real criteria, what makes an outfit high impact and authentic, not just some cheap novelty.
And the sources frame this interestingly as a kind of smart investment, which, okay, for a costume.
Yeah, but it's strange.
But their argument is, look, paying a bit more upfront means you get something that boosts confidence, helps create those lasting memories.
Yeah.
Basically, you avoid the typical costume fails.
Okay, so we need to dig into that claim. The sources seem to boil it down to three things. Comfort, authenticity, and durability.
Right, and I think durability is probably the core of that investment idea. It's not just about looks.
So what's the actual proof then? What makes these worth the higher price tag, according to the sources? How do they back that up?
Well, they tie it directly to the materials and how these things are actually built. It's not just about surviving one night. It's about preventing those common problems, like fake fur shedding everywhere or seams ripping or some crucial accessory snapping before you even leave the house.
Yeah, the classic flimsy prop break.
Exactly. So the sources point to things like reinforced stitching, better fabric blends, basically actual engineering solutions compared to just cheap, thin polyester.
Okay, that structural point makes sense. It leads us right into the first case study they highlight. Captain Jack Sparrow. That's a look with a lot of layers, hard to fake well.
For sure. And the sources stress the materials blend polyester and cotton, they say, for comfort. You can actually breathe in it.
Right.
But the key design choice they mention is that intentional weathering, getting that authentic lived-in pirate look.
So it doesn't look like it just came out of a plastic bag 5 minutes ago?
Precisely. The weathered brown jacket, those antique-looking buttons. It's about making the transformation feel real without you having to do a bunch of DIY stuff. They even mention functional bits, like elastic cuffs.
Oh, interesting. Why the cuffs?
For movement, apparently. So you're not constantly fiddling with it. It just works.
Yeah.
It adds to that authentic feel without the hassle.
Gotcha. Okay, so moving from that kind of adventurous complexity, the sources take a jump to something different. Humor. The Jack Link's Sasquatch.
Yeah, it's all about that viral moment, that immediate recognition. Meme-worthy, basically.
So what's the premium angle there? It's a fursuit.
Well, two things stand out in the sources. First, the brand link. It's an official collaboration with Jack Link, so the character design is spot on. It's authentic to the ads.
Okay. IP accuracy.
Right. But maybe more importantly, it's the structure. They specify a 2X padded jumpsuit.
Padded? Why?
For the bulk. The whole joke relies on Sasquatch being, big and kind of comically muscular. A cheap, saggy fursuit just wouldn't land the same way.
Makes sense. It needs that presence.
Exactly. And they also mention high-quality latex for the mask and feet. Again, crucial for people getting the joke instantly, that specific look.
Okay, so we've got complex adventure, viral humor. The third example brings in heroism and nostalgia, Chewbacca. How do they elevate a Wookiee costume?
This is where that phrase, molded precision, comes up in the sources. It sounds technical, but it's actually pretty important.
Okay.
They draw a clear line between the typical budget Chewie mask, often thin vinyl, looks kind of flat or, quote, cartoonish.
I think I know the ones you mean.
Yeah. And this premium version, which uses a padded, molded mask, that design choice is critical.
What padded and molded?
It ensures the mask holds its shape, that expressive Wookiee face, all night long. It prevents it from collapsing or looking, saggy after you've been wearing it a while.
Yeah.
That's apparently a major fail point for screen-accurate looks.
Right. You pay for the detail. You want the detail to actually stay detailed.
Exactly. It's for the serious fans who want it right.
Okay, let's connect the dots here then. Across the pirate, the Sasquatch, the Wookiee, there's a common theme emerging. It seems to be about moving beyond just generic fabric shapes.
Yeah, it's about specific technical solutions. Fabric blends engineered for comfort, padding used for structure and comedic effect, professional molding for facial authenticity.
So these aren't just costumes. They're almost like engineered outfits in a way.
That seems to be the argument, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how they justify the cost. You're paying for those features, the better stitching, the higher grade latex, the internal structure, things that guarantee the costume delivers the intended effect and hold up.
You're right.
So the question the sources pose to you, the listener, is why settle for just okay if the goal is that crowd-pleasing wow factor? These premium options offer technical advantages that, frankly, the cheaper alternatives just can't match.
It's an interesting perspective, which leads to a final thought the sources kind of hint at. They call these costumes gateways to adventure, humor, and heroism.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What does it say about us, about our desire maybe for a temporary identity shift? That the quality of a costume can apparently have such a big impact on how confident we feel or how we connect with people at a party.
That's a deep one to end on. Definitely something to think about.
Indeed. Something to mull over until our next deep dive.